Okay, this is an order of operations problem, which we're going to be using the PEMDAS system to solve. So I'm going to write out PEMDAS. I always suggest that people actually write out the letters when you're doing these types of problems, especially ones that are a little bit longer. Okay, and just a quick review. So P stands for parentheses, so we have parentheses, and then we have parentheses on the outside as well. Exponents, there's no exponents, there's no little numbers over any of these. Multiplication and then division. What I like to do with these is I like to put a little curve underneath there, a little smiley face just to remind you that math is fun, and also to because the multiplication and division can be switched. So if you see division before multiplication, you do that first. So it's how they appear. So order doesn't matter. And then the same thing goes with the addition and subtraction. So multiplication and division, you do them as you encounter them from left to right. Same thing with addition and subtraction as you see them going from left to right. So let's start. So since we have multiple brackets there, you do the inside brackets first. So you're going to do these two first. So I'm looking and I have 5 minus 2. So 5 minus 2 is 3. I'm going to keep them in the bracket just to remind myself, and then we're going to rewrite the equation. And if you notice, I'm keeping everything lined up. One of the things that I notice in class is that lots of times students will make mistakes is because they get a little sloppy. So try to keep things kind of lined up as much as possible so you can make sense of that. Also, when the teacher's grading that, they can see where you made a mistake. And if you're lucky, they might give you partial credit. So I'm looking inside again. So we still have some work to do inside the parentheses. So within the parentheses, I notice that I have an addition, but I also have multiplication. So multiplication does occur before the addition, so I'm going to do the 4 times 3. So 4 times 3 is 12, and then we're putting the 9 there. Again, I'm rewriting the equation just to keep everything nice and neat, so I just don't put little scribbles to understand how I'm figuring this out. So again, we're almost done with the parentheses, so I have 9 plus 12, which is 21. And now I have 9 times 21. So I'm going to do that work over here. So I'm going to put 21 on the top, and I'm going to multiply it by 9. 9 times 1 is 9. Now, since I'm moving over from the ones columns to the tens column, I have to remember to move over one space. So I'm going to put a 0 here just to remind myself that now I'm going from the ones columns over to the tens columns. So I have here 9 times 2, which is 18. And now I just add up the columns. 9 plus 0 is 9, 8, 1, and 189. That's my final answer. And we're finished.